distributive property. So multiply by both of those. What would that be?
14x minus 6x.
No.
No. Wait.
2 times 7 is 14. X times x is...
Oh, 14x squared.
Okay, and then, yeah, 2x times minus 3 is...
Bless you. Bless you.
I need to wipe my arm off on somebody.
Oh, I suggest Kate. Yeah. I do too.
Alright, Caden, what kind of problem is number 3? Shh. What kind of problem is number 3?
We're multiplying into that. So if you do it like...
You remember what kind of multiply this is?
There's a name for it.
Started with an F.
It's like forward.
Oh,
Foil.
Foil. F stood for first, like the first in the parentheses. O stood for outside, like the A in the -4. I stood for the inside. L stood for the last, like the last terms in each parentheses. Really, it's just distributive property. A times both of those, 6 times both of those. So everything gets multiplied by everything in the other. So what would, okay, what would it first be? A times.
Squared.
Okay, outside.
4a, or negative 4a.
Right. Pretend that's a -4 there, so negative minus 4a inside.
6a.
Positive, so plus 6a, and then last.
Negative 24.
And then, is that it?
Wait for simplify.
Usually on these FOIL problems, it's simple, the like term, there'll be some like terms that you can simplify. So, in this case, negative 4a plus 6a. Number 5. All right, Eli.
So,
First. Outside.
it's going to be negative 2x.
Right. Can't really multiply the 2y and the x. The book usually puts the x in front of the y though, just because it's alphabetical, make sure everything looks the same, but yeah. Okay, inside, xy plus xy, and last.
Negative 2y squared.
Right. Okay, final answer?
X squared. Minus x.
Right, minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, so minus xy. Number 7. You guys know what another way of writing c plus 3 times c plus 3 is? C plus 3 squared, yeah. It's that times itself. Alright, Hope, what would the first be on this one? Outside? 3c. Inside? 3c again. And last. Plus 9. For some reason on the last, a lot of people start adding, I guess because they're both numbers, 3, like they put plus 6 instead of plus 9. Okay, final answer? A lot of this chapter is factoring. You guys recall factoring? Well, you'll recall it tomorrow because that's what we're doing tomorrow. I think we might do a worksheet with it though, I think. Okay. Issa, how do we set up this one?
Is it 4s squared plus 1?
No, that's what a lot of people put. Well, why is it not well, even if this squared would actually be 16s squared, right? 4 times 4. But, no, that's not it either. How do we do it?
Since it's outside the parentheses, you do 4s minus 3, like times 4s minus 3.
4s minus 3 times 4s minus 3. So, because you have to make sure everything's multiplied to everything, not just this times itself and this times itself. Anyway, it's gonna be a little bit different. So, Issa, what would first be on this one?
4s and 4s.
So, what's that come out to?
16s squared.
Yep. 16s squared outside,
12. Negative 12.
negative 12s. Inside,
Negative 12.
negative 12s, and last,
9.
plus 9. So that part that you mentioned, this squared and this squared, that is in there, but it's got some other stuff in there too. What's the final answer? Negative 12s minus 12s,
Negative 36.
negative 24.
Negative 20.
You did times 3 instead of times 2 for some reason. All right, number 11, x plus 4y, 2x minus 3y. Anya, I guess, is the next person. What would the first be on this, Anya?
8x times 2x, so it's 2x squared.
Outside,
And it's minus 3xy.
yeah, inside,
8xy.
last.
And minus 12y.
Okay, final answer?
Minus, so it's 5xy.
You're right, 5xy.
Minus 12y.
Yep, good job. All right, 13 is different. You guys see what's different on that one? Yeah, there's 3 terms on the right parentheses. So you can't really use FOIL, although the method doesn't really change that much. You guys think, any ideas what to do? It's basically just double distributive property. X gets multiplied on all those, and the 1 gets multiplied on all those. So there should be 6 terms after we multiply. Okay, you could also go 5x squared times both of these, 2x times both of those, 6 times both of those. But yeah, so looks kind of like that. So Shelby, what if we multiplied x times all of these, what would we get?
5x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x.
Okay, yeah, so all the x's just went up 1. Remember when you multiply by x times x, you just add the exponents? So x squared became x cubed. Okay, and then Shelby, if we multiplied all those times 1, what would we get?
We'll just say the same.
Right, it'd be the same thing, so it's 5x squared plus 2. Now, why did I just write that right there instead of out here? Besides, I'm out of room. Any ideas? Okay, the way that I wrote it, my like terms are lined up. You guys see that? So, it's kind of like this, on the last ones, we just had a couple like terms, but this time we have 2 pairs of like terms. So the final answer, 2x squared plus 5x squared, negative 6x plus 2x. You don't have to write it like that, but it makes it a little easier. Do whatever. Okay. So that's that. 15, I think 15 is the same thing, isn't it? Okay, 15, a plus b. All right, we are back to Forrest. All right, so you know what to do now, Forrest?
So the a cubed first,
Yeah, a times all those.
and then it would be negative a squared b, and then it would be positive a b squared. And then we'll do well, actually, we should do a squared b.
Yeah, you could call it ba squared. If you call it a squared b, that's a little less confusing because now they look alike.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And then negative ab squared, and then b cubed plus b cubed.
Mr. Roden, are there fractions on the test?
Possible, but if you do get a fraction, make sure you check it. I'd check all of them really, but especially fractional. So yeah, notice the way I lined them up. My like terms again are nice and. So the final answer. What's going to happen to these terms right here? These middle ones. They're going to cancel out. -1 plus 1, 1 minus 1 is gone. So all that's left is a cubed plus b cubed. Okay, we're skipping 17 and going to 19.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
I was saying no. Can you just say thank you instead of singing it?
That shows I'm like in my heart.
Girl, just say thank you.
Should.
Mr. Jordan, you love your job.
He was so quick with it too.
If I sing, I mean, it's only a side job, so.
What? Okay, 19. Caden, how are we going to set this one up?
It's my beautiful song.
7x plus 4y times 7x plus 4y.
Okay, so we're back to foiling again. What would the first be?
49x squared.
Outside.
And then that'd be 28xy.
Never start with my answer. 28xy inside.
28xy again. And then 16y
Oh,
squared.
girl. Mr. Jordan, would you want us to show work?
There's not much work to show. Like, copying the problem down, I don't count as showing work, so this is like
But
not
what about the
necessarily.
second part where we have?
This part is
everything
like the
before
only
that?
thing you could do. I guess I won't be picky on
I
this
think
one.
you should force us to show our work because.
Because Issa didn't.
Why?
Yeah, because Issa didn't, and that would require her to start over.
You're ugly.
Okay, anyways, 28xy plus 28xy is 56xy. So that would be the, okay, one more? You guys, I did tell the other class you could do 30 for bonus, you guys noticed that? Whoa. 21. A little bit different. different on 21. This could, I could see some people getting these wrong. Or 23, or 22, I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah, 22.
Okay, well, 22 is a little bit more than 21, but it's the same idea. So, what should we do about this?
Just distribute the 3 first.
Okay, should the 3 go just over here, or should it go all across?
All across.
Okay, the answer is actually, it should just go into one of them. The reason is,
There'd be 3 in the other one, if it was to go into both.
if we multiply by 3 over here as well, that would actually be like multiplying by 9. Once you multiply this 3 in here, and then you multiply these together, the 3 is still getting there. Does that make sense? So you don't want to multiply by 3 twice, just one of, it's kind of like when you have like 3 times 2 times 5, you want to do 3 times 2 and that times 5. You don't want to do 3 times 2 and 3 times 5. Does that make sense? So really just, it's the easier thing is actually the answer. You just want to multiply one of these by 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're multiplying 3 things together, you don't do 3 times both of those. You just do 3 times 2, 6, and then 6 times 5. The 3 is inside the 6, if that makes sense. So it is all getting multiplied. But anyways, what's 3 times a plus b?
3 plus B.
So on this problem, you can actually literally see the 3. So when we do multiply these together, the 3 will be joining us. Anyway, just multiply by 3 once.
Do you want us to show our work on our bonus?
Yeah, let's do that. The bonus
Fire it.
is not something you should do in your head. It's a large answer. Even though it looks small to start with, it gets big. The bonus is kind of related to 21 and 22 because there are 3 things multiplied together. So anyway. Now it's a FOIL problem on 21 though. Let's see, Eli, what would the first be?
So it'd be 3a squared
3a squared outside,
minus 6a
inside,
and that would be 3a
and
minus 6b squared.
and the final answer.
That'd be 3a squared minus 3ab minus 6b squared.
Whoops, yucky. All right. Voila.
Good job.
How much time do we have?
So look at the clock.
27 seconds or minutes. Seconds.
Oh shoot.